Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm a counsellor and I work with trans widows, and I've just recently joined Reddit and I found all these posts which kind of describe what some of my clients go through. So I wanted to share them with you because, these are anonymous posts and they put it out there on the internet. And, often I can't share my clients' stories because it's confidential and it would be a breach if I did that. So this is what this one says. Maybe this is the wrong place, but I couldn't find a place to post about my ex who was trans. I feel like my ex used me like a cocoon to shelter him from the world as he began his very slow transition on testosterone. Right, so it's a woman. The partner's a woman. We don't know about the person who's posted. I met him, he was 20 and I was 31. That's a bit of a red flag. I know some people do have big age gaps, but I find that often those relationships aren't very healthy. But I mean, each relationship's different, so I'm not going to judge, but it is a bit of a red flag. I can't say one way or the other, but well, obviously this one probably is. This one probably is abusive because it's maybe. Let's see. Okay. We were together 4 years and he separated me from my friends and family, got me involved with people who turned out to be abusive, continually brought bad people into our lives who only lied, cheated and hurt us. Oh my God. You see, so I stopped myself. I'm saying, oh, well, this is probably abusive because this person's posting on Reddit. But then I thought, well, maybe not. And then I read the next bit and he's obviously abusive. Oh my God. I'm saying he, it's a she. I begged him to get a job and he convinced me he couldn't because if he did, he would lose his Medicaid he was getting from being my dependent and he wouldn't be able to get top surgery. That was always being planned for but never scheduled. Sounds like future faking here and making excuses for why this person can't be a functioning adult. Oh my God. I mean, there might be that she has got other conditions, but from what I can gather so far, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like excuses so that because this person doesn't want to be an adult, this person's trying to escape womanhood. Let's carry on. He held me back at my career and micromanaged everything about our lives. And I let him because it all came down to him being trans and I felt like I had to do everything to support him, including do his shot for him weekly, remind him about it and get his prescriptions refilled and make his blood work appointments. Oh my God. This is like a child, isn't it? And lo and behold, the next bit, I felt more like a mother at times, especially when he would go through his depressive periods, where he would do nothing but read fan fiction, barely eat and sleep. So it sounds like this is two women. It's two women. Nothing helped. Even his name change didn't help. The only thing that helped was moving to a new city, and I forced him to get a real job. Then he met some friends, and one of them I really didn't trust, and I found out later he was cheating on me with her and gaslighting me about it as if it was in my head. I found proof in the form of 15 pages of dialogue she wrote down and he kept. It broke my heart, but when I found it, he had already disappeared for 3 days. Jesus. I don't know why this woman is in a relationship with this other woman because I don't know what she's getting out of it. Like, why would you go into a relationship with a partner and end up with a child who's dependent on you and then breaks the rules of relationships? I worry about him and all these weird, reckless choices he's made in order to leave me when I didn't even think our relationship was all that bad. He had phases where he was very controlling, but I thought we were working on that. Basically, I started working on myself and I set boundaries and they pissed him off. The first one was about him groping my breasts whenever he wanted to and distracting me from work. I work from home. I was never allowed to touch his chest, so I didn't understand why we struggled with this boundary so much. I gave in several times and just let him grope me whenever he wanted because we'd just fight over it for months. So that's sexual assault. After that, things really fell apart, but we had some long talks and breakthroughs, and we agreed to have therapy. I was never going to give up on him, and I was working hard on myself to help lift him up. Then one day I realised he was in love with someone new and leaving me. He said, "You're not the person I fell in love with anymore." And to me, it seemed like he did everything to change me. This is really abusive, isn't it? I don't know how to recover from this loss. He left me as soon as a straight woman was sexually attracted to him and could validate him in a way that I just couldn't, because I've casually dated women before. This isn't a straight woman that she is with. She's a woman, so any relationship is with someone who's either lesbian or bisexual. She's also not a very good person if she's willing to befriend a woman while she's cheating with her long-term partner. Please let me know if anyone has ever experienced anything like this before. I think talking about it could help process it. DM if you don't want to share public. Thanks. Yeah, this is like dating a child, isn't it? Like completely controlling. She isn't getting anything from this relationship, and it sounds like the partner that she's with, who's female to male, so it's a woman who wants to be a man. It sounds like she is very dependent and very childish, and this isn't an adult relationship, and it's abusive. So yeah, I haven't come across many situations like this so far, working with trans widows, but if you are a woman in a relationship with a woman who wants to be a man, this is not healthy either. And if you feel like you can't talk about how you feel, if you feel like you can't set boundaries, then it sounds like you need some help. So if you would like some help, I'm a counsellor. I'm in the UK, as you can tell from the flags. I'm in the UK, but I work online, so as long as you understand how the UK counselling system works, then I can probably work with you. But I offer a free 20-minute consultation, which is online, and you can book that by going to my website, kellyoliverdougall.co.uk/counselling. You can book a slot with me and we can work out how to take the support further if you would like to. See you in the next video.